Hello everyone, Manthroll here, and welcome back to the weekly update video. Now this week, unfortunately, but fortunately at the same time, is a patch week, with also tier 92 dies and more stuff to go on. I say unfortunately because I was really hoping for safe cracking this week, but it looks like it's actually postponed. You know, that stuff kind of happens. They hit a few hiccups and things get released a little bit later than expected, or they add some really cool stuff that they figured out later on, and they just want to make sure it's really awesome before we get it. So that's one thing to always keep in mind. Okay, so before I get into the patch notes of things, I just want to go over the Lootscape, which Lootscape again is the sort of balance, or the Game Jam Nature's Balance sword. Right there's actually a picture of it. Pretty cool looking. I've seen it in game now a few times. Kind of a Zeros-like theme to it, if you ask me. For live streams this week, though, we have Tuesday, April 24th at 1600 Game Time, Elite Dungeons Backstory. They'll be explaining why, different things about it, and the story, maybe some lore behind it. Maybe, I'm not sure. But also Sunday, April 29th at 1800 UTC is PVM with Mod Lee. So, without any further ado, let's get straight into the patch notes. So, for graphical, they amended the lighting on Varrock Armor Tier 1 through 3 to fix some inconsistencies with the player skin color while wearing the armor. The animation which plays whilst praying will now be cancelled if the player moves. Scroll bar will no longer occasionally appear in the inventory when in Legacy Interface mode. The Imperium Core now sits better in your hand when equipped. Quest challenges and achievements fixed an issue where Quest Accept interface for the rat catchers was, I said that really weird, was appearing incorrectly after the quest was already started. Prevented and corrected a situation that prevented progression through our man in the north after committing to a pure reset at a certain point in the quest. Stopped the player getting stuck in ceased position whilst completing Children of Maul if Legacy Combat mode was active. Removed an old achievement message from the World Wakes. Skills, D&Ds, and minigames. Clicking out of the all fired up Inferno adds reward message now completed the respective tribal tasks as expected. Various fixes have been made to the Combat Academy to accommodate how the combat system and user interface has evolved since 2012. The default action bar attached to setup action bar has been updated to suit Revolution++. The Constitution level of food has been added to its tooltip. Two-handed and dual-wield icons on tooltips in the Magic Ability book now display as magic rather than melee. They have significantly optimized their scripts on interfaces that used old drop-downs. These drop-downs now use a dynamic version, which should make things much more smoother. The Make X interface, Herald Cape, clan settings, and clan keywords have been visually updated. Fixed an issue where Scrimshaw could be activated and deactivated to previous charges. Hex Hunter Bow tooltip now correctly displays item charge. The options to disable specific chat windows from chat settings interface have been removed. The chat windows can instead be closed as normal and reopened from the ribbon. They're available on the mouse over of the social window, as well as possible to set on a custom ribbon. Reduce the spam warning message you are standing is a summoning free area in the GE. The keybind for searching in the Grand Exchange has been changed from enter to spacebar. You can now once again use the chat box whilst in the Grand Exchange. The enter button will work as a keybind to enable the use of the chat box. Can no longer trigger the action bar whilst in the Grand Exchange. The sixth slot in the Grand Exchange is once again blue rather than gray. The search results when in legacy interface mode now appear on a brown background. Missing blocking around Red Dragon Isle has been corrected. Some map blocking in Varrock area has been re-added. Some restrictions have been added to the safe zone in the red portal at Clan Wars. The cross option has been added to the barrier in the red portal at Clan Wars. Fixed an issue where you could stack infinite run buff icons on your buff bar. Fixed an issue where the Merchant District head override was not being saved to outfit presets. Tier 6 Zephyrium arrows in the smuggler shop within the dungeon have been increased slightly to bring them in line, up from 293 to 515 GP each. For some reason, they were cheaper than the Tier 5 Fractite arrows, which remain the same at 396. Fixed Heartwind being visible in free-to-play worlds. You are now able to deactivate auras from the equipment screen within the bank. The Advanced Sweeping achievement has been adjusted to complete only after all of its criteria has been met. Added some more post-quest rewards for completing Evil Dave's Big Day Out. Says you can now catch hell rats with your bare hands to get spices for spicy stews. When eating spicy stew, you are more likely to get the positive stat boost when you do. The boost will be still between 2 to 6. Examine on the spices caught from hell rats have been updated to tell you what sort of stat boost you can make with them. That's actually really cool. You can reclaim Evil Dave's spellbook and use it to chip certain teletabs using Evil Dave's unique insight into teleportation. And for ninja fixes this week, agility tops from the agility pyramid now sell for twice the value upon completion of elite desert tasks. Renamed all of the Blessed Dragonhide armor and items from treasure trails to better reflect that they are actually Blessed Dragonhide. They are now named Blessed Dragonhide armor and quote-unquote god. The circus barkers have retired and will no longer appear around the world to announce the location of the circus. The interface when choosing token type usage within the Warriors Guild has been updated. Players can now hide their username whilst logging in. This option is located beside the Remember Me checkbox on above password entry. Players who don't own the Oddball Aura will no longer have it appearing on their right-click favorite menu for auras. Additionally, you'll no longer get false information if using the same client for multiple accounts that have different versions of the same aura. This in part caused the bug where the Oddball Aura was appearing when it shouldn't have been. So that's it for this week. This week, unfortunately, very late week, but keep in mind next week should be the bringing of Solak. So that is very big news. I got a feeling Safe Cracking will probably be out this coming month. So, and who knows what else. So I'm looking forward to this coming month. This month was very light, so hopefully next month will make up for it. But that'll do it for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.